So, back in the early 40s and 50s and even 60s, and I would even say all the way up to, the 70s and 80s, children were taken away from their families, um, not because the parents did anything wrong, they were just guilty of being poor. In hindsight, and as we've seen that happening and unfolding, and that's why what caused ICWA to be in place, we kind of still that same scenario still go on today,
Mhm.
through ICWA and through Child Protective Services. Uh, for example, South Dakota, um, they have a huge child with their CPS systems, and it's gotten better over the years. But I would say, roughly about 12 years ago, they had a lot of cases where they were taking away Native children away from Native families that lived on the reservation and placing them in white families. Some of the cases got a lot of highlights because a lot of the kids were being raped, they were being abused, they were being sexually assaulted, and a whole list of other things. And some of these cases were investigated, and they found out there was no mistreatment from the original parents or the original, um, family. So a lot of these kids, not a lot, but a portion of these kids got taken back to their families. But we see this as a common theme in CPS, not just in South Dakota, where they utilize the system to uh, to take away these Native children, and place them in other places. And somebody might say, "Well, why would they do that? And why would anybody do that? Or why would any system or program do that?" Well, I can tell you specifically for South Dakota, it was a means of revenue. Every child that was placed out of a Native American family, they received 9,000, the state received 9,000 per child a month from federal funding. So they
Mhm.
utilize these children to get millions of dollars of funding every single year, where, yes, me and you and most people would say, yes, if a child is abused, mistreated, or, not taken care of, yes, we want that child to be out of that home, placed in foster care, or, a foster temporary family. Hopefully, parents sometimes or guardians are able to get their life back on track or do something to get their children
Right.
back. So, yes, for most people, for most Americans, we want that, but this system was not designed to do this for Native American families.